So one day I take my daughter through the drive-thru at a popular fast food chain. To say she is a picky eater is to severely understate the state of affairs in the kingdom of Rant-a-lot. Today's hate-on was all condiments. Mayo, ketchup, chipotle sauce, ocelot sputum, you name it. Fuck it. Onions and lettuce were also on the hit list of hate. She likes her cheeseburgers plain with just a slice of tomato at this junction of the stars. I just wanted a goddamn double cheeseburger and a spicy chicken sandwich with extra mayo. So we go through the drive-thru, order our shit, and got home. It seems it's opposite day in the kingdom of Rant-a-lot because not only is her burger dripping with ketchup and mustard piled high with diced onions, the sacred cheeseburger doesn't even have the damn tomato she did want. My chicken sandwich has been transformed into a fish sandwich. Like Jesus grabbed the fry cook's shoulder and said, "Hang on, hold my beer, this'll be funny." This kind of thing did not just happen once or twice either. In the span of one summer, it happened 6 times. 6 Jesus chicken swapping ocelot sputing times. Dear Cro-Magnon in the window, your prominent brow glittering in the grease, I'm not sure who the bigger dumbass here is. Me for trying 6 times, or you for failing to follow simple instructions 6 times, thus ensuring that even years from now you'll still be taking people's lunch money like some karmic schoolyard bully. Here's your damn rant show, folks. Greetings, I am E. Adam Thomas, and welcome to That Damn Rant Show, the show that knows the difference between a fucking fish and a bird. Today, we're tackling the most derisive topic in human history, customer service. Now, I'm not going to spend the whole episode lambasting CSRs who can't fucking do their job properly, nor am I going to waste valuable internet space bitching about asshole customers who expect the whole fucking planet to be handed to them on a silver platter. Instead, I'm going to do both. My guest today is my new wife and the executive producer of That Damn Rant Show, Gail Antoinette Thomas. She and I both work for the same company, and we'll give you a little glimpse into some of the bullshit we have to put up with every single day. So, to start off with, we can't obviously say who we work for, but yeah. It's a public utility.
Yep.
How long before you had to choke back the first time you wanted to really just curse a customer out?
First day. It's really, the ignorance of people is insane.
Do you feel like sometimes we get the kind of support we need from our bosses in terms of combating customers being just jackasses to us?
No, never. I mean, you get the customers who call in and they're like, haven't paid their bill in 6 months, but I need the new iPhone.
Yeah.
And you go to the supervisor because you refuse to give them an extension, and the supervisor just goes, okay, no, pay your bill later. Enjoy your new iPhone.
How often do you run into situations where you have to fix major errors done by other customer service reps?
Daily. I am the nitpicky one of the group that'll turn around and be like, okay, here.
And do you ever
We have the cat giving himself a bath.
Yes, we have the cat giving himself a bath. How many times would you say in the day that we actually end up having to tranquilize the cat?
That's what the Nerf gun is for now.
Yes. I think it's safe to say that most people who do customer service have a massive amount of either they have to have a massive amount of patience, or they have their patience tried on a regular basis. What's one of the worst things that you've ever had to come up against?
Well, having the people who are going to tell me that they're going to kill themselves because we turn their services off. That's always a fun one to have to deal with. Then you have to play counselor too. Then there's my biggest pet peeve is the people who call and say, I want to cut my services on.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Cutting something on is literally... It's the height of stupidity to have a phrase like that as just a colloquial. What the hell is cut on supposed to mean?
Cut is, remove, sever. That's what the definition of cut is.
Yes.
So you want me to sever your services on? Wait, what?
Yeah.
That is my biggest pet peeve that I hear so many times a day. And I'll just turn around and somebody will say, I want to cut my services off. I'm like, you want to cut your services off or turn your services on? Yeah, because it's the stupidity of it. I don't understand it.
Now, thinking as a customer, because I did say we were going to pick on both sides.
Yes.
So one of the things I mentioned at the top of the show is fast food. But obviously that's not the only place where you get really crappy customer service. What's one of the main things that gets on your nerves the most when you go to a store or call a service up and try to get service that they seem to just screw up?
Long hold times. It's just... They'll say, oh, hold on, and 5 minutes later, you're still listening to dead air, and you're like, did you forget me? You're having to check your phone, see if it's still working. Yeah. Because I know, as part of my job, no more than 3 minutes on hold without checking with the customer.
Yeah.
And so that's listening to that, them copying an attitude with me.
Yeah.
I've called and been talking to a representative. Actually, you and I did it with that other company.
Yeah. Yes.
And we were trying to state something to the representative, and the representative kept cutting us off, refusing to hear what we had to say.
Yes.
Those are my biggest pet peeves as well.
And one of my biggest pet peeves is when... Especially, and this is especially true when you go to a restaurant, and all you want is a nice meal, and they either screw up your order, or what was it? The one steakhouse we went to that we almost never went back to again. It was just literally they took forever just to acknowledge the fact that we were there.
Yeah, we walked in, we were seated. A few minutes later, another group walked in and were seated. Their server came up, got them drinks, brought their drinks back, got their order, and we're still sitting there. Nobody had come up to us yet.
We didn't have anything to drink.
Half an hour later, I made a comment. I'm like, they got 5 minutes, otherwise we're out of here. And I happened to make the comment as a server was walking by. Yes, I intentionally did that.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes you have to.
I'm the type of person, I go into a place, I'm expecting to spend money. I'm also a really good tipper. And, well, heck, by that time they were down to just a 15% tip. And they ended up getting lower. Because, finally somebody comes, gets our drink orders. About another half an hour later, they finally come and get our food order. And I had ordered extras with my steak. I think I'd gotten, like, mushrooms or something.
Yeah.
Didn't bring them with when we got our food. Food was overcooked. And it was very subpar. Oh, yeah. And I ended up talking to the manager, and I'm like, this is not acceptable. And we ended up leaving with only having to pay for our alcohol.
Yeah, pretty much. And I can't understand how any place, how that can happen on a regular basis at some places. Like the I was talking about at the top of the show. Well, I went back there like 5 or 6 different times, giving them another chance and another chance, primarily because they were convenient.
Yeah.
And seriously, 5, 6 times in a row, they screwed up my order. They pissed off my daughter.
Oh, I get pissed off. I mean, because, I have allergies. I'm allergic to, of all things, onions.
Yeah.
And I order it without onions. But I'm also the type of person, you have 2 shots. There is no third chance.
Yeah.
There is no 3 strikes. You get 2 strikes, you're out with me.
Yeah.
Or going to Subway was fun.
Yeah, that was...
First time we go to the Subway by our old place, literally all of the condiments, the bacon, the everything was in the center. There was this much on either side without anything.
Yeah.
So the next time we go, I'm like, can you just make sure everything kind of gets evened out so it's not all just in the center of the sandwich? Yeah, okay. She does it again with the bacon. I'm like, okay, can you please put my sub up there? I would like to adjust that because I don't want my bacon just in the middle of my sandwich.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, we're not supposed to do that. I'm like, I'm touching my own food. Please do this. Or you can move it out. And she wouldn't move it out. I'm like, then put my syrup sub up here so I can fix it.
Yeah.
I used to work for...
Yeah. So ultimately, what needs to change in terms of just customer service culture in general?
The customer is not always right. Actually, most of the time the customer is wrong and just pitching a fit because they know if they pitch this fit loud enough, they can get whatever they want.
Yeah. And customer service agents need to kind of take a step back and put themselves more in the customer's shoes. Because when you're out there, whether it's your utilities or you're out shopping or what have you, your life isn't revolving around that incident. You don't need to have the service that you're receiving make an impact on your day. It's like you go get your food, you come back, you eat your food, so you can get on with the rest of your day. It's not rocket science.
It's not, and I mean, just a smile. Anybody who does customer service, especially on the phone, knows if you smile, they can hear it.
Yeah.
You may not be able to see it, but you can hear it. And I can hear when I call somebody for service. I hear if they're having a bad day. I can tell.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's get your job done. You're there to do a job. You are there to make sure people are taken care of. So do it. Might as well, even if it's a fake one, because even a fake smile you can hear. And it sounds better than, yeah, whatever. Okay,
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show, hon. And we're going to wrap things up here, but I love you.
I love you. Now for me to get back behind the camera again, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So, what's the big answer? The big answer is, when you're dealing with someone in a customer service position, whether you're on the phone, at the checkout, or in their cab, or whatever, you're basically asking them for help. The last thing you should be doing when you're asking somebody for help is to start treating them like pond scum, especially if you're trying to get something you actually don't have coming. When you pull that shit, you fuck up every last ounce of credibility you might have had, and you make yourself look like an asshole. Oh, and to the ignorant cunt who spent most of that call screaming at the top of your lungs like a spoiled 5-year-old, hope your shit got shut off for good, you worthless cow. And let me just say a few words to some of you out there who do this kind of work for a living. You have a responsibility too. To at the very least be somewhat competent in your fucking job. I know it's like being beaten with a tire iron to have somebody ask you for their fucking burger without onions or some shit, but guess what, fuckwad? It's not that hard of an equation. All you have to do is press the stupid little register button that says no onions. Got it? Fuckstick? Not rocket science. Same goes for you phone jockeys and Circle K counter worms. Pay the fuck attention. If a customer is telling you that they need something specific, there's usually a fucking reason for it. Pull your goddamn head out of your ass, clean the shit out of your ears, and listen. Okay. So now that I've basically called every last one of you an ignorant fuckstick, it's time for me to be all sweet and shit and ask you to stay tuned for our next episode. Over the next few episodes, I will be turning my attention more to some of the famous popular geek culture franchises, and as a fellow geek myself, I'll tell you why each and every last one of them sucks your pretty uncle's diseased left testicle. In the meantime, have yourself a great day, and this has been your damn Rant Show.
Angry Men Reviews. Many fucks said, no fucks given.